Hi, welcome to the School of Zero. So, here we will embark on a journey to master the art of reading books. Okay, so you might think it is a straightforward path to read book, and everyone knows how to read books, na? So maybe it is, but I think that we need to know how to effectively read non-fiction's book to
Hmm.
understand better and develop our critical thinking skills. So I was so lazy to apply these techniques that I have gained from none other than Mr. Bill Gates himself.
What?
So I'm going to share those learnings, whatever I have learned, whatever I have taken from him.
Oh
So
my god.
let me introduce that. So first is block time. Okay, you need to block time. Bill Gates mentioned to block 1 hour at least. So as usually you can give time from 10 minutes to 30 minutes or 1 hour, depends on you. Okay, but you should block your time. You should cut all the distractions. And second one is, I think that is much important, that is finish the book. Because on idioms, that is little knowledge is very dangerous, so it can happen with you if you don't finish the whole book. So take a book and think that you will finish the whole book and read that. Okay, now I have selected the famous book by Albert Einstein, The World as I See It. Okay, so the person is the meaning of life. Now, before moving to the things that how I read currently, I need to tell you how I used to read. Okay, so let's say the meaning of life, and then I used to read and absorb those information. Okay, what is the meaning of life? Or an organic life itself. I can't just read it because I'm dubbing, so it is hard for me. So at last, this is almost disqualified for life or what, I don't know. So whatever you are reading, every word, every sentence, you need to think critically. Okay, that would boost your critical thinking skills, that would definitely develop. And Mr. Albert Einstein, we know him as critical thinker. E equal to mc square, energy is equal to my coffee square. Okay, so whenever you read something, every word by word, you need to understand and take those notes in your personal diary or your or notebooks. Okay, and you need to ask if you don't have, and write down everything and explain it to yourself. Explain it verbally, non-verbally. Okay, so I have written down the topic direct conversation with Mr. Albert Einstein, the world as I see it. And then I write, what is life? Okay, so is life is equal to consciousness? If yes, then a coma person is not living. What is consciousness? This type of questions can trigger your PFC, and you need to um, answer them. Okay, and not necessarily always you need to answer them, because every time you will not get any answer. Okay, like in this quote. Okay, the man who regards his own. Okay, let me change the color. The man who regrets his own life and that of his fellow creatures as meaningless is not merely unfortunate but almost disqualified for life. Okay, so this quote, disqualified for life, and the word, the sentence, that you need to ask critically, that why Einstein said disqualified for life. And Einstein was not a ruler, was not a policy maker, and he disqualified everyone. Okay, so you need to ask that question to Mr. Albert Einstein, why you said. Okay, so after thinking for 1 minute, I 1 minute, 2 minutes, I came to an conclusion that it is his own point of view. It is not science, it is philosophy. Okay, it is ethics. And there are many differences between philosophy and ethics. Okay, so after 5 minutes I have come up with on what analogy. I have came up with an analogy. Okay, so let me give me analogy that I wrote my notebook, but I don't want to share that. Okay, I will share in any other videos, but currently I am sharing you how to take notes. Okay, so if life is equal to living, death is equal to not living, then okay, life is equal to living. We need to ask that question, na? Ki life, what is life? So is AI life? Can we say AI is equal to life? That question should be asked by ourselves. Okay, so then death is equal to not life. Okay, so every physical object is dead, we can say, philosophically, not scientifically. Okay, I'm talking about philosophy. So the analogy I would share in any other video, but currently let me introduce the other part of the video, and that is the debating with Mr. Einstein. Okay, so after questioning all those things, reread the whole portion, the whole essay. Okay, and now you will get to know better and better. The more you read, the more you will understand better that almost disqualified for life. Okay, and then you need to do one thing, that is, do you agree? You need to ask that question. Okay, do you agree with Albert Einstein or not? So, and I agree with him, and that's why I find this as biased agree. Okay, and then 100%, that means I 100% agree with him, but it has my own bias, it has Albert Einstein's bias, my bias. Okay, and then I point on it that if you want explanation and those logic analogy, then you can find in on my notebooks. Okay, so it is just for me to, whenever I revise those non-fictions book, or I reopen the book, that I could forget everything, so I need to see that again, and that's why I have made like that. Okay, direct conversation with Mr. Einstein. Now, the book, The World as I See It, I highly recommend you. This is a philosophical book of Mr. Albert Einstein's perspective on the world, how he saw the world. Okay, so tata, bye bye, take care.